Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the Juice Extravaganza, and we are here today with our bros, TJ.
Hello there.
And Raymond.
What's going on?
So, and for anybody that may be looking at the screen right now, you can see my beautiful mug lined up in a window. So, with a little bit of sexiness. You got the live cam here. And I'm going to try to add more and more to this layout and see what I can come up with. But now you can see, you know, the man, the myth, the legend behind the Juice Extravaganza. Gentlemen, let me tell you, I think the magic medicine worked. I think that we, the Juice Extravaganza, have affected the world. I'm going to say it was us. We are the ones that made this world a better place. Check it out. You know, we were arguing about vaccinations in the last episode and how I was like, your fucking dirty children are better off in the streets than with you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't vaccinate them. Maybe somebody was listening. Maybe somebody was listening to the Juice Extravaganza and they were like, you know what? That dude's fucking right. Yeah. Vaccinations jumped 500% in anti-vax hotspot amid measles outbreak.
You don't think it's just the fact that everybody's got measles? Since,
no, motherfucker.
People are like, oh shit, we fucked up.
They were anti-vaxxers for a while, you know what I'm saying? They were committed to the cause.
But they saw that they were wrong, and so...
No, stupid people stay stupid, you know what I mean?
Well, then I don't think our show educated the stupid people. If they're looking at their kid, and their kid is clearly suffering, and that wasn't enough, like they listened to us, and we're the ones that got them. They still need to be. Their kids need to be taken away.
You never give us fucking credit, yo.
We don't deserve any.
We have 2 listeners, and they influence the world.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, we did it.
It was all.
Maybe one of them does, because I know at least one doesn't even have kids.
See, there you go. One of them listened. They were like, you know what, those Juice guys, they were fucking right. You know, they said we should vaccinate our children. Otherwise, our children are worthless and better off dead in the streets or with child slave labor. You know? So there.
God.
Turns out Portland, Oregon has tallied 50 confirmed cases and 11 suspected cases of measles since January 1st. The case count is rising swiftly, with figures more than doubling in just the last 2 weeks. In January 18th, the county declared a public health emergency due to the outbreak because people are fucking stupid sheep. All right? Vaccinate your children, man. Anywho, I'm going to take a bow right now. You're fucking welcome, people. You know,
wow.
You're so welcome. I hope that I can just keep giving to you people in Washington, and maybe you will understand that I am always right. And never to be fucking questioned.
Wow.
And the horse was blinking.
No, the horse was winking. For sure.
Oh my god. So we got a bit, aside from that news, we got quite a bit of news going on today. If anybody's looking at the layout right now, they will see the face of this beautiful creature. It is a mountain lion. All right. And it is all about this story out of Colorado. Okay. This is pretty badass, might I add. I'm not going to accept credit for this because if I see a mountain lion, I'm probably going to shit myself and die. Or I'll just use shitting myself as a defensive mechanism for getting away from the lion. The lion will be like, oh my god, the thing just shit itself. I'm going to quit attacking. So, a Colorado runner kills a mountain lion with his bare fucking hands after it attacks him.
That's how I do.
That's how you do?
That's how I do.
Raymond, is that how you do if a mountain lion comes to attack you? You're just like, I got this, bro.
I mean, you've seen me kill T-Rexes with my bare hands. So.
That is true. That is true. It says that a trail runner was out for a run alone in Horsetooth Mountain open space area outside of Fort Collins, Colorado, when he was attacked by a mountain lion. The runner said he had heard something behind him, and as he turned around to look, the lion attacked him from behind, biting his face and wrist. He managed to break free from the cougar's claws and teeth, and that he told investigators that he choked the lion to death while defending himself. So he put this fucking cougar, all right, in a headlock and was like, yeah, did the lean back, like you learn in MMA, and just knocked that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
The runner apparently sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries in the attack. I mean, it bit his fucking face, so it's got to be pretty bad. And despite his wounds, he managed to run out of the park and get to the hospital for treatment. It says that in the autopsy report that the animal was confirmed that the lion was suffocated. So, yeah, this guy just fucking barehanded was like, I got this shit. Samson. Gonna kill this goddamn lion with my bare fucking hands.
Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, man.
Yeah. It was an 80-pound juvenile mountain lion. Even at 80 pounds.
It's too big to be fucking with.
Yes, it's way too fucking big to be fucking with. I mean, I don't know how big mountain lions get, but I know they're fucking deadly, and they're not to be played with. Living out in North Carolina, have you ever seen one, TJ?
No.
I mean, I know they're there, right? There's
maybe up in the mountain. Yeah, maybe up in the mountains, but nowhere near where I am.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got gators and shit, but
yeah, we got gators. I've not seen any of those. I have seen bears.
Yeah, I've seen bears out there. Raymond, have you ever seen a wild mountain lion or anything like that, like a wild cat?
Just dogs here, like coyotes. Some other smaller thing, but no cat.
I mean, like I said, I would probably shit myself. I mean, number one, I'm not gonna be out running any fucking where. Number two, if I see a wild mountain lion, I'm gonna be like, defensive mode, shit, in hopes that it doesn't attack me.
Back away very slowly.
Yeah,
very slowly.
Very slowly.
Those sudden movements, try not to be afraid, because I've heard they can smell that shit.
Yeah, so, do what you got to do, but I mean, I'm telling you that's hardcore. Using your bare fucking hands to kill a mountain lion. Other news out of New York City. This is pretty weird. The whole scenario is fucking weird. And it's just really weird is like some of this news that I get, the weirder stuff, all comes from Fox News. I don't understand what they're doing there, but
I think you know what's going on there.
Here we go. New York City man seen shattering a lingerie store window, taking Barack Obama mannequin. Okay, so a man was caught on a surveillance video last month shattering a lingerie store window before abruptly pulling out a mannequin of former President Barack Obama and throwing it to the ground.
Oh my God. You're still not happy? He's not in there anymore. Like, what the fuck? You're so mad at... Why are people so mad at Barack Obama? I don't understand. Man, he didn't do anything but try to help y'all.
Apparently, a lot of people disagree. At least this guy says that the security footage shows the seemingly angry man kick the storefront window, where it said that there was a mannequin of Obama dressed as a prince and President Trump dressed as a princess, donning
there
a
you have
Make America Great Again hat.
That's why.
Right? The suspect was recorded pacing on the sidewalk in front of the shop before opening up a gate to a construction area and removing a cinder block, which he threw to the window and shattered it. After picking up his glove from the ground, the man turned to leave before changing his mind and going back for the Barack Obama mannequin. Okay? He grabbed one of the mannequin's arms before throwing it to the ground and walking off. The man was stopped by a member of the store security team before being surrounded by a bunch of other people who saw what happened. All right. Apparently, the store owner said that security had to protect the guy from the crowd because they saw what he was doing and was like, "You're fucking insane. Why would you do that?" You know what I'm saying? The gentleman in question was definitely a Trump supporter and said he was very angry with Obama's policies, and he kept on repeating it after he was caught that he hated Obama and Obama ruined the country. The alleged assailant said that the Obama mannequin was looking at him funny.
Okay, couple things.
Wow.
Wait,
First
hold
of all-
on. He
Okay.
said that the doll was giving him bad looks, and he was tired of them. Obama brought the country down, he said, and he walks by the store every day and sees Obama every day, and it made him really angry. $1,000 in damage. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. It's everybody's fault. For one, let's start with the one that's least obvious, the store owner. Don't make a political statement in your store window.
Exactly.
Don't make a political statement in your store window, especially one that is so divisive, like it's so red hot, like the emotions run so high about. So if you don't want your window broken, don't put Trump and Obama in your window. Two, that dude needs help. He needs somebody to talk to. He needs somebody to hug. Maybe he should get a horse.
I don't think he should get a horse.
Maybe he should.
I don't know. This guy is talking about the way that this fucking mannequin is looking at him. He may think that the horse is winking.
That's what I'm saying. But at least he's at home with the horse. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not
A
out.
horse, TJ.
Fuck it. God gave man domain over all the animals.
You literally want him to fuck the horse.
I want him to go home and fuck his horse. I want him to stay there and fuck his horse. And be mad about Obama ruining the country. That's fine. Over there in your house with your horse.
But it's not fine. We can't condone that. Raymond knows.
Yeah.
I can condone
I
it.
was with you right up until
You were talking about violating the horse.
yeah.
We got to give him something to do. So give him something to do.
You know.
I don't want him collecting guns.
Yeah, that's true. This guy doesn't need any guns. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but, you know, bad press is good press, right? So there's people that own this. They have this divisive display. You know what I mean? It's got people looking. It's got people interested. And this guy breaking the window, guess what? You just brought in more attention to the shop. So now people are going to go into the shop. And it's a sex shop. You know what I mean? So now you're going to have even more people in there. But... I mean, it's a mannequin. The mannequin was looking at you funny? Get some help, okay?
He does need help. He does need help.
And I don't even want to get on the political side of it, all right? A mannequin was looking at you funny and giving you bad looks. You need help. You need assistance, all right? And anybody that thinks that a mannequin of Obama is giving you bad looks, yeah. It's just a mannequin. He probably barely even looks like Obama. You know? Raymond, what you got?
Barely. It probably barely even looks like him.
What was that?
What do you got?
I was just saying what he said.
What are my what?
Thoughts on this?
Oh, I agree with TJ. Don't make political statements in your window. That's just dumb. You kind of almost deserve what you got.
Almost.
But I mean, nobody really deserves that, I guess. But then why it doesn't fit in a sex shop? Why?
I mean,
there was really no reason. You're asking for. You really are. I mean, you've set this up.
Like you're trying to piss people off.
Right.
Hey,
you have no business making commentary on this. At all. Like,
freedom of
that's
speech,
just dumb.
You know?
Yeah, it is. But it's his freedom also to throw a cinder brick.
Yeah, as long as he's willing to pay for the crime, you know what I mean? He absolutely has a right to pick up a cinder block and throw it, I guess. As long as you're willing to pay for your crime. Sure. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's dumb. It's dumb all around. But I feel like this gentleman, like, who's just walking around still angry at Obama. He's not even president anymore.
Yeah, I don't. He needs help. He is.
I mean,
No.
I honestly think I think that was more of an excuse. I think more he's just a Trump supporter, and well, Trump hates Obama. We all know that, and he's never going to stop hating Obama.
His whole point, the whole reason he wanted to be president, is just to undo everything Obama did. That's the only reason. And I don't know if you guys saw it. There was the correspondence dinner that Barack Obama was in, and he made fun of Trump at that dinner.
Yes.
It was right after the whole birther thing was put to bed. And Obama openly mocked Trump, and right there at that dinner is when Trump decided he was going to run for president, and that was the only reason he ran for president, was to fuck with Trump with Barack Obama, because Barack Obama made him look bad on national television in front of everybody.
How dare he?
How dare he?
Yes. So now I'm not even gonna get into the politics.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that.
Get into politics.
It's the shop owner's fault. It's the guy who needs help's fault. It's everybody's. There's plenty of blame to run around. We're moving on.
All right. Next story. This is out of Canada. A Canadian man with unusual last name gets Assman license plate request denied. Apparently, this guy's last name, Dave Assman, who lives in Canada in Saskatchewan, said his request was denied before, and doubts he will ever get the license plate that says Assman.
No, he won't.
He says, it's his last name, I've always had it, and I'm not ashamed of it. There's nothing bad about it.
Yes, there is. It has ass in it.
Ass is just a donkey.
You putting ass man on the back of your car is offensive to someone. I promise.
I mean, it's his last name. What's it gonna do?
It is his last name.
It doesn't matter.
There's a whole lot of gray there.
Yeah, I mean, like, what if his name's not even Ass Man? What if it's like a Simon?
It doesn't matter. It says ass man. It doesn't matter. It says ass man. That's they can't go with what the interpretation of it is going to be, because there is no interpretation of it. It says ass man. That is not allowed. There's
a very popular one there in Virginia that got kicked out, and I see it all the time. You have the personalized plate that says Kids First. It's got the little donation for Kids First on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the license plate letters read "Eat the," and then the
Kids First.
Yeah, and then it says Kids First, and that got kicked out. But I mean, like this. I mean, it's Assman. That's his name.
No, come on, Philip. No.
I wonder if he's single or if he's married. Like, who is married in? Like,
who's Mrs. Assman?
I married Dave Assman.
Yeah.
I just couldn't be happier than being an ass man.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if he really is an ass man, or is he a tit man? You never know.
It doesn't matter. He can't put it on his license plate.
You're not gonna let him have it, huh?
No.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm all about it. Free speech. Get your ass man license plate.
Yeah, but we're not, and I am too. I mean, on a personal letter, for sure, put ass man on your back of your car. I don't care, but it's not us that makes it. They've got to take out all words that could possibly be offensive to anyone at any time.
All right.
And looking at it from that point of view, no, he cannot have ass man.
This was out of North Carolina. This is an odd one too.
I know.
You're gonna like this. Police raid illegal strip club in North Carolina. Man says wife and daughter use pole in man cave to exercise. So police in North Carolina raided a man's home on Friday over allegations that he was using his garage as an unlicensed strip club and bar. The homeowner said authorities made a mistake and that a pole in his self-described man cave was simply used by his wife and daughter to exercise. It took multiple law enforcement agencies took part in the raid of an illegal strip club at a rural home. The agencies claim to have recovered an undisclosed amount of marijuana, alcohol, and weapons from Buster's Strip Club in Statesville, North Carolina. All right. The owner of the residence is 58-year-old man David Lee Yates Jr. had after
TJ knows that guy.
Huh? You know him, TJ? You down
David
with-
Yates Jr.
How would I know when you wouldn't know?
You know that guy, David Lee Yates Jr.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Did someone say I did?
That's what
I just said you did.
Oh. I don't.
Apparently, a whole bunch of complaints from noises and whatnot were called in on the gentleman, and North Carolina Department of Public Safety heard about it, turned it into the police, realized the guy's running an illegal adult entertainment nightclub, out of his garage. All right. But the weird part is he's got his wife and his daughter stripping.
No, that's not what it. That's not what he said. He said, all right, so this is his man cave.
This is
and
the actual truth. I mean, what he said.
He
was
said
was
that
working
you
out.
to exercise. Yeah, now that doesn't mean he's watching them.
He was probably the bartender, probably the doorman. You know what I
It's
mean?
not a strip club. It's a garage that I have a garage that I hang out with. You hung out in a garage at the last house you were in. This is just where I hang out.
Yeah.
People do pole dancing as exercise. That's a legitimate thing. There are classes.
So if we charged people to come in,
Who says he charged? Is that it? Did I miss that? Did I tune you out somewhere?
hold on, let me see. They said that they ran a bunch of stings on this, so you're right. It doesn't say that he charged in here, but
No.
I'm sure something led off to let them know that this was an illegal strip.
No,
club.
there's some fucking prudish ass neighbors who doesn't like the fact that his wife and daughter are hotter than his wife and daughter, and he's calling up to complain some bullshit that doesn't actually exist.
Oh, he was also selling. He admitted that he was selling moonshine out of his man cave.
Okay, well, so does my dad.
He sells.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like,
I was gonna
wait,
say you might
really?
not want to be putting that out there like that.
Because I was kind of interested in, I firmly believe this was a strip club, in my opinion. That he had his wife and daughter stripping, and he was, they was making money on the side, which is well and good.
I don't
in
think he
my
had his wife
opinion,
for a strip.
but there's ways of going about making your own strip club, and this shady-looking garage is not really the best way. I guess.
I don't think that's what happened. I honestly
It
don't
was
think.
Ray's Boom Boom Room. And
Why did it have to be mine?
Yeah, why did it have to be raised?
that's not Ray. Literally, that's from a movie. It's from the movie.
Oh,
But
all right.
I'm just saying. Well, I mean, Ray, are you interested in running a strip club out of your garage?
Not really. I don't even. Well, yes, I do. I know. Thank you.
I mean, talk to Andrea. Ask her if it's okay. You might be able to set something up.
He doesn't want to even go that far.
Really.
We can
I
work
don't either.
something out.
But I will pull
I'm about to tell the people to drink their juice.
Yeah, for real. Look, no,
What about
I'm
you? You want to
yeah,
run
I'll
a
put
strip
a-
club at a garage?
no, but I
No.
will put a poll up for my wife to dance on if she chooses. And I dare a fucking neighbor to call the cops about it. Like what?
Hey, man. This is what
Horseshit.
happens. People come in. What just beeped at me? Google's listening. Oh my god.
Good.
Google's listening on my phone.
Okay.
In other news, this one is pretty interesting. Grand Theft Auto online cheater owes Take-Two over $150,000. Florida man Johnny Perez, creator of the Grand Theft Auto online cheat program Elusive, has been found guilty by default by a district court in New York of copyright infringement and has been penalized with both a fine and legal costs.
Been found guilty by default, meaning he didn't show
He
up.
didn't show up for court, yeah. So apparently this program, Elusive, allowed Grand Theft Auto Online players to circumvent the game's rules and economy, even letting them generate unlimited currency. All right, the Take-Two publishers of the game contacted Perez last year and ordered him to cease the sale of his program and the distribution of the software. He complied with the request, but further moves to contact him were met with silence, including an initial attempt on discovering how much money Perez had made selling the cheats, and whether an out-of-court settlement could be reached. So he didn't answer the phone call after Take-Two contacted him. He stopped selling it, but, you know, a little too late. Take-Two took him to court. Because he didn't answer and show himself up in court, now Take-Two's got him by the balls. Take-Two has been awarded $150,000 in damages, and Perez is also ordered to pay $70,000 in legal fees. So cheaters finally get their day in court and get fucked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for the Grand Theft Auto Online community, I mean, I don't play the game. I was kind of interested in it, but I don't play the game. Is finally somebody's getting their day in court and taking cheaters out. I like the idea, but, you know, it is what it is. It's your software, so, I mean, there's that if you're running it on your computer, but you're also being a troll to everybody else. So, any thoughts on that, gents?
No, I'm glad for that. That's, I mean, like, I hate going up against people who use stuff like that, who do things like that, who exploit games in ways that give them advantage outside of what the game allows.
Sure. I mean, who doesn't, right?
I mean, but there are a lot of people that do it, so I guess they don't hate it.
Yeah.
So
this one's out of our next one's out of Florida.
Of course.
Interesting. Florida politician accused of licking faces has resigned. This is out of Madeira Beach, Florida. Commissioner Nancy Oakley is being accused of sexually harassing a former city manager. The Florida Commissions on Ethics issued a report on its findings that Oakley possibly violated a state law because she was exhibiting inappropriate behavior when she licked the city manager's face at a fishing tournament in 2012.
Wow.
Well, nothing gets me more randy than catching bass.
Right? This is like a joke that went wrong.
The report said that there was a testimony from multiple witnesses saying that Oakley also touched the then city manager inappropriately and that she was intoxicated.
There you go.
The city manager didn't report the incident after fear of losing his job. He then later filed a formal complaint against Oakley in 2017 when she filed for re-election. Upon election, she and another commissioner and then newly elected mayor suspended the guy who said that they knew about the ethics complaint against her that was pending. So you knew that she was doing something fucking dirty and you went along with her firing this guy? You know what I mean?
I guess.
What a dick move.
Nah, I mean, it was stupid for them to fire the guy, but if they would have just left it alone,
yeah,
they wouldn't have fired him.
Let it out in court. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the courts are for. You just made the situation worse. You poured gasoline on the fire. Now the guy can
that was stupid.
Way more. Yeah. According to the Miami Herald, the gentleman resigned to avoid being fired. Since the issue has been brought to light, others have said that this city manager, Oakley, behaved in similar manners toward them.
Oh, wow.
The sponsor of the fishing tournament where Oakley allegedly licked the city manager said she had licked his face and the faces of volunteers at other tournaments. So this lady is just really into licking faces.
I guess.
That is weird.
Oakley has not been reached for comment. The Herald reports a Florida politician allegedly made a habit of licking men's faces. Now she is now resigned from her position in Madeira Beach. I guess. I mean, like some people are ass mans.
I mean,
Some
it's
people are
Florida.
tit guys, you know. Some are grabby and handsy, you know. She's licky. She wants to lick people's faces. It's her thing. You know, she's really into it. Maybe she thought he was into it, you know, and misjudged it, miscalculated it.
Yeah, I've had somebody do that before.
Lick your face?
Yes, and I really didn't like that.
I mean, like, was this an intimate setting, or was this, like, just somebody walked up and licked you in the fucking face?
It wasn't intimate for me, let's just say.
Okay, so they thought they were doing something intimate and licked your face, and you were like, this is fucking
They thought
fun.
I wanted to be intimate, and I didn't, and yeah, they licked my face, and I
Then
didn't
it got
like
real
that.
awkward.
Yeah, this got real awkward. He was like,
That's one of those. That's when I was put in one of those positions where, do you punch this person right now, or this person is a female, so you really can't punch her?
like,
But she really just violated everything you believe in, so you really want to punch her,
but
you better not punch her.
yeah, I mean, she's trying to come on to you, but really heavy-handed. She thought maybe, you know, you were into it or into her. But this lady apparently makes it a habit of licking people's faces. The face licker. I don't know. You know, some people like butter in their buns, you know?
Some people think cucumbers taste better pickled.
Yeah, yeah. Raymond, I'm glad you didn't punch the lady. Or did you punch her?
No, I didn't punch her.
When was the last
Was
time you
Rock
punched
kicked
somebody?
that chick.
When was the last time I did what?
Punch somebody.
Punch somebody? I don't know. It's been a really long time.
It was like
Yeah.
fucking yesterday. I was at Walmart. Some guy came in with 12 items, and the 10
And
items
just
were
wrong
left.
line.
randomly go around punching people. Like,
I know. I was just curious.
no, I mean, Philip makes it sound like that's my thing.
I know.
Well, I mean, like,
I'm
apparently,
not a violent person
licking
per
you in the
se.
face is the ultimate insult to you.
I mean, it's pretty far up there.
It's your kryptonite.
I mean, I don't even think I'd be happy if my wife licked my face. Why would you? I'm not even happy when my dogs come up to me and lick my arm.
Like, I get, well, yeah, my dog does that a lot, but, oh my God, this morning, my dog, Christ. I don't know why his internal clock is all fucked up, but he wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning and starts barking. I'm like, if you don't go the fuck back to sleep, here's my alarm clock. When you hear this fucking thing go off, you can
Then
get out of the way.
He's still on Virginia time. That's why.
Yeah, face licking. I mean, I guess if my wife wants to lick me in the face, you know, I'm supportive of whatever gets her, you know, off. You know, if she wants to try something different. She wants to dress me up or something. I don't know. I'm all about it. You don't want it to be stale, you know.
Sure.
You gotta keep trying.
That's true. That's true.
Andrea, do not lick Ray in the face. I mean, he's gonna
Please.
be very uncomfortable. Please don't do it. In other news, and then like Lois, I guess if you want to lick me in the face, I'm cool. In other news, man using hot charcoal to warm vehicle instead starts fire. So
Dumbass.
this is out of Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, dumbass is the best way to describe this. A man was attempting to warm up his vehicle Thursday afternoon, caused it to catch fire after placing a baking sheet full of hot charcoal underneath the car.
What an idiot.
The vehicle was in flames in the parking lot. The fire was not threatening to other vehicles or buildings and was extinguished within 10 minutes. The damage extended to both front seats and into the rear vehicle. The owner told firefighters his vehicle had been frozen for the past 3 days and wouldn't start. To warm it up, he put hot charcoal on a baking pan and lit the charcoal. After the flames died down, he put the pan of charcoal under the vehicle in an attempt to thaw it. After 5 minutes later, he noticed the flames in the engine compartment and dialed 911. Well, at least he was like watching it long enough to know that he needed to call 911.
What I'm about to do is super stupid. So I should probably keep
my
an eye.
phone close and keep an eye on it.
At least you know you're dumb.
Oh, he said, now see, this is an interesting one too. It says he escaped the vehicle uninjured, but the vehicle is at a total loss. So was he sitting in the car?
God, I don't know, man.
Do you think he
can't
was
tell.
sitting in the car when he did
That
this?
makes it sound like he was.
That makes it so much worse. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I mean,
Now, here's the craziest part. All right, I'm not done with the story. 2 days earlier, a crew responded to a similar incident. Their firefighters met with a man who set 2 baking sheets of charcoal under his Chevy Express minivan for the same fucking reason.
Wow.
Firefighters removed both pans and extinguished charcoal, telling the vehicle's owner this type of burning was both illegal and dangerous. The owner stated he does it all the time and indicated he would simply buy more charcoal and defy the firefighters' orders once they left. It's unknown whether he did so, as the firefighters were not called back to investigate illegal burning or a vehicle fire. So, is this a Wisconsin thing?
Maybe.
probably. I mean, it gets really, really cold in Wisconsin.
It's the next state from me. Yes, it gets really fucking cold. I get it. All right, and right now we have like snow out the ass coming down. In fact, my kid's leaving school early today just because of all this fucking snow. But never have I thought like, let's get a baking pan full of fucking charcoal and put it under my car that's filled with fucking gasoline and oil, and then put this underneath it.
No, okay, so
and try to start.
You got to think about it. Here's the issue right here. Okay, your engine is frozen, so it's probably the water in your vehicle. You didn't have enough antifreeze to water.
Yeah, let's talk about radiator fluid. Sure. Okay.
All right. So the water probably froze. So I can understand they didn't put a live flame shooting up. They put hot coals under there. So they're red hot. Yes, they're burning, but no flame is shooting up. Now, here's the stupid part. The stupid part is once everything gets heated or whatever, you're probably dripping oil or whatever. So that's going to cause a fire. So what they should have done is put another baking sheet on top of it to create like an oven type situation to where if anything dripped onto the pan, it wouldn't ignite.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay. So hear me out. There's solutions to this engine block freezing situation. All right, especially in older vehicles and things like that in Wisconsin, and people that live in Wisconsin know this. They sell like a heating blanket for your engine block that you can plug in.
A heating blanket?
It's kind of like a heating blanket for your engine block, and you put it over top of your engine block, and it plugs into your lighter, and it warms up the engine compartment. Or you can plug it into an electric source that warms up the engine block so that you don't have this problem. 2, you buy the right antifreeze and put it in your car. There are levels for temperature. Just like my car right now, when I bought the window washer fluid, you don't get the cheapest one. You get the one for the temperature for the area because it's just going to freeze on your window. 3, I mean, like for me, we have underground parking, so I get a win there. But people in Wisconsin should know fucking better. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so here's a problem with what you're saying. Okay, these dudes live in a trailer park. They can't afford that $250 fancy ass blanket. See, look, you got me cussing now. They can't afford this fancy blanket to put on their car engine.
Go get a.
All they can afford is some charcoal. They couldn't even really afford the second baking sheet.
So what?
So even what I had to say is stupid.
Like I said, in my opinion, people in Wisconsin know fucking better. They know better than to do dumb shit like this, and they know how to prepare for the winter. They've been living there.
They definitely should.
You know what I'm saying? They can build igloos around their goddamn cars.
But I do understand what they were going for, but the mistake they made, and if you're gonna do this, if you're listening,
are you condoning this behavior, Raven?
I'm not exactly condoning it, but I understand it, and I understand people are going to do what they're going to do. So I want to let them know the safer way to do it. If you are going to do this, you need something to cover the hot coals. It will still generate heat. It will still warm your car
Aluminum foil?
or melt the ice. But if something drips on it, it's less likely to ignite into a fire.
Why not just sit it on top of the engine block instead of underneath altogether? Take the pan with the coals on top of the pan, put the bottom of the pan on top of the engine block, and leave it alone. What's the problem with that?
I'm just saying, man, a burnt up fucking car is a lot more expensive than going out and getting a engine block heater.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the number one comment in this news article is like, maybe install an engine block heater. You know, and a lot of people have said that, like, you could just put an engine block heater on it. They know better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I mean, but you got to admit, people can't afford it. And TJ, the problem with setting it on top is you risk like setting it on, say, some wires and melting the sheathing around the wires.
Sure,
so
be careful.
You kind of want to, but I mean, they weren't careful enough to put some to understand that if something drips. I mean, it's charcoal. I mean, if you want to experiment, put some charcoal in your grill and drip something flammable on it and see what happens.
I guess a better
Let's stand back.
Would be to fucking just put the grill near your car and let that residual heat kind of warm it up. But at least then it's in the fucking grill and not underneath all the wiring.
Don't live in Wisconsin.
Oh, that too.
How about that?
I'm trying to still figure out why Phil moved to Minnesota. He's going to have the same problems.
Bro, I don't have the problem. I have underground parking.
Is it heated?
Yeah. It's just as warm in there as it is in my apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Apparently.
So
you were living on the rich side of town.
I'm all in the fancy part, yo.
These people are in a trailer park.
Street from fucking Target, you know.
They gotta improvise stuff.
Last article. This one's pretty funny. I kind of like this. The cops are mad at an app. I don't know if you've ever heard of this app. I use it, actually. It's called Waze. It's kind of like a navigational app.
It tells you where the cops are.
All right.
Like where they're stationed.
And well, I mean, not just as in an app. Not only is it a navigational app, but if you spot police officers and whatnot, you can report it to other Waze users of speed traps or people that are broke down on the side of the road and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or emergency services. You can put them inside you can alert people. Well, the cops are pissed off at Waze users and want Waze users to stop snitching on them at DUI checkpoints. Now, I get it. DUI checkpoints serve a purpose. I don't want drunk drivers on the road. You guys don't want drunk drivers on the road, right? But
yeah, for sure. Don't want drunk drivers. Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
I would say don't drink, but
don't drink and drive. But you know, I feel like the cops being upset about this. I've been through many checkpoints. All right, many of them living in North Carolina. A lot of times, they're not even catching DUIs. They're just catching like people who have bench warrants or
that's right.
Yeah, or people that got license
without a license.
It's a reason to just check you out. Period.
Yes, and to generate income. Plain and simple. Just to snoop in your shit.
Yep.
Right? So that they can fucking snitch.
Yeah, so fuck them.
Yes. I'm sorry I made your life a little bit more difficult. But I like the fact that Waze alerts me and that it integrates with Spotify very easily. Also, Spotify, if you're listening right now, I would love an endorsement since you guys are hosting my stream. I
got to go back to work now.
That's all I got for you guys. I mean, like, again, it was You know, what do you guys think on that matter? You think do we think we're okay? Waze is safe. We can keep snitching on cops.
I think he should. Yeah, I hate the
Yeah.
fact that the radar detectors are illegal. That's bullshit to me. I mean,
Hey man,
dude, you got your toys, I got mine. It's not. It's a game.
That's what I
a
was
game
about
of
to
cat
say.
and mouse.
It's a game. Don't be mad if I'm winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm sorry I made your life a little bit more difficult. You got to step up your game. You got airplanes on the highway.
Right, you got a whole lot more than I got, brother. Like, don't hate my fucking radar detector. Got fucking helicopters and CB radios and fucking 50 of you. You know what I mean? Like, there's just little old me trying not to get
And
fucking.
in my opinion, knowing that a police officer's up ahead and things like that, it's going to work out. It works out better. I mean, that means you're going to pay attention. You're going to drive the speed limit. You're going to be cautious. You know what
At
I'm
least
saying?
for a minute.
At least for a minute, which is more than what you were doing before.
True
you know
enough.
What I'm saying? So, I mean, don't hate
Ugh.
the player, officer. Hate the game.
That's right.
Shit's real in these streets. Blah,
Drink your juice.
Blah, blah. Raymond, send us out.
Don't put fires under your car and drink your juice.
Drink your juice.
Drink it.
Later, guys.